This is Matrixlord 212, and I want to show you guys a little toy vault that one of these days, if I ever get all my figures together and sold them, I'd probably make a lot of money to buy a car. But basically, oops, oh my god, I got a lot of Star Trek stuff. Well, some Final Fantasy action going. I know, Pissy, you were playing with those today. Video games. But that I have Spock. Oh no, that's McCoy. Hello, McCoy. Middle of, like I said, redoing things, but I have a whole bunch of stuff that I gotta go through. Along with my comic book boxes. That just craziness. But yeah, so I used to collect tons of toys back in the day. I used to collect a lot of Star Trek figures, the Star Trek Next Generation, Deep Space Nine set, the Voyager set. I remember searching for the Barclay figure, which that was like, I finally got the Barclay figure, but I don't think he's worth anything right now. So shut this, Darth Vader. But yeah, basically, had a lot of toys, and you know, like growing up, you know, I used to buy, when I had my first job, I worked in Lionel Kitty City, and I bought tons and tons. It was like I spent my paycheck on a lot of things: Super Nintendo games, you know, Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, Super Return of the Jedi, Super Nintendo, the Final Fantasy 2, 3, and 4. And back then, like the most expensive video game ever was like Final Fantasy 2, because it was like $75 and change with tax, which, oh my god, that was crazy back then. But I remember working in Lionel Kitty City, and where I met a lot of my friends, and I bought like all the Marvel Universe set of figures that they had back then. And I started going, that's when I started, like, as a collector, not as, you know, when I was a kid growing up, but this was, like, my teenage years, when I was 18, and I started a whole collection of toys, and bought more Star Wars when Star Wars came back with figures and stuff. And from Lionel Case, I worked at Toys R Us, I worked at KB Toys, but I was always into collecting things, like the toys, video games, you know, as well as in high school writing and stuff too. So I got like 35 long comic book boxes that I've got. I don't know, I must have like 30 copies of Spawn #1. I got like Amazing Spider-Man comics galore. I mean, I think I have like 10 or 12 copies of the first appearance of Carnage, Amazing Spider-Man 361. I have 362, 363. I started my collection right after Kraven's Last Stand, I think it was. Which was like Amazing Spider-Man 296, when Doc Ock had a fear of Spider-Man. So, and then I started collecting in '87, like straight on until on and off. I still collect now, but I was collecting for so many years, like well over 2 decades. It was crazy. So, but yeah, I have tons of comics, tons of video games, you know, and I'm still into it here and there, but. You know, mostly like what I do now is I write my books, and trying to get the new book out for the Sorrow Separation 3-year anniversary coming May 5th, as well as a new book for Tomorrow's Song, the 3rd one. And I love, I've been playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2. That's what I've been doing today. So today I'm going to be playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on PlayStation 3. It's a relaxing Sunday, and I just felt like, you know, sharing. Alright, so hope you're watching, Pissy. Take care. Bye for now.